Hi, I am Sailor Earth, Ernest here, and today you can see it's another day we don't have to have the lights on. So anyway, in this film, is it getting brighter out? Or getting... So anyway, in this film, I'm gonna talk about this one thing that happened. Now, I know I've probably made a lot of films talking about being Sailor Earth and everything and how this all came into being. Well, and it seems to have been some liked it, some did not, but a lot did. Let's talk about some of those who did not, who liked it. Well, he's no longer on YouTube anymore, but at one time he was on YouTube. He was called Nick 2021, I believe. Also, then that was one, and the Asteroid Outlaw. Well, he's not around anymore. Sad for that burp. But he was one of the backers at the time. And another one was Michael Alagi86, which he was on YouTube at one point, and he was another one of our backers. And on so there were others. Now, also, sadly, there were others out there that didn't quite think it was. That we had our backers back in the day. We also had our haters back in the day. And they happened to be followers of Sailor Moon, or they would say they were, but there wasn't any truth to it. And then some of them were Sailor Moon followers. Others were haters that were jumping on the hating bandwagon at the time. But one of them, some team of haters, most of them who tend to be on YouTube, but these ones were on Daily Motion. And they had said, because claim's a French barred word, and they said that it was just something out of luck. No. It wasn't like no. I was going to be Sailor Earth. I was going to be in Sailor Moon, even way back around September, or even way back around October of 2008. Wow. I was going to be in Sailor Moon. It wasn't just something out of luck. Like a bunch of like a list of names of made up South Hoods were given, and then they made a can go around or whatever till it landed on, Ernest P. Worrell. It didn't work that way. And it was not that way. Now, why would some folks like it and some folks would not like it? Oh, well, some folks are big backers and afforders of one of Naoko Takaguchi's oversight, saying only girls could be sailor fighters, which this oversight only if it was doing a live drawing show, or the film games, or the live Farseer show, or the song shows, or anything like that. But then, the oversight would have been some true thing. But I don't really care about the oversight, because I'm not doing anything with any of that stuff. Never did, never will. And some folks out there might think, oh, well, why you don't care about it? Because the oversight only applied to the Farseer show, or the song shows, or the film games out there, or only to the live drawing, or the drawing films that didn't. And since I was never going to work with any of that stuff, then I didn't really care about that oversight. And and some folks felt that it was shaming, it was unlooking, and this was, some Sailor Moon followers felt it. Most of them didn't think this way, but some did. So it's been an up and down fight for me being Sailor Earth. But if you go on YouTube, you are going to see a lot of folks out there with their take on Sailor Earth. Which I'm just another take, but unlike all the other ones, I'm the only one who is. No other Sailor Earth is like me. So, but that doesn't mean to say they're all wrong either. You know? So yeah, it's been an up and down fight with me being Sailor Earth, and some folks out there not thinking it was good. But I had a lot of folks that did think it was good, and still think it's good. Now let's talk about. Okay. And I'm not gonna get into the whole thing about how I became Sailor Earth and everything, because I shouldn't. I need to make a film on that. I never did make a film on that. You know, I never did make a film on any of that, and I should do that, but I never did. But that would be a long film, and a lot of back saga or back tale that would go into that. But yes, being Sailor Earth has come with its upsides and its downsides. One of the downsides is you get some Sailor Moon followers who think you gotta follow the book, and that Naoko Takiguchi's oversight, only women can be Sailor fighters. Or some folks think, oh well, there's no Sailor Earth because that goes to Tuxedo Masterian, and there was no Sailor Earth, so you can't have one. Well, you know what? Yes, it's true there is no Sailor Earth in the Sailor Moon show. If you're talking about the live drawings, the Farseer show, the film game, and the song shows, then yeah. But as far as follower sagas or follower tales go, then there is. Alright? And the upside is that you get to, and the upside is you got folks who do back you and afford you a Sailor Earth, and you get to do a lot of good. So at the end of the day, it does come with its upsides and downsides, though. So that's about it. It's just me being Sailor Earth talking about the upsides and downsides. Well, there's probably more upsides to being Sailor Earth than there are downsides. So that's it. I'm Sailor Earth Ernest. Hope you like this film.